All right, shalom, shalom. I like to say all praises due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to all you brothers teaching in truth, sincerity throughout the four corners of the globe. All right, this is Tyler Yoff, Jim S. Boston, coming back once again. And what you see on the screen is a poll given by Redacted. Are you pissed that Joe Biden is in Ukraine and doing nothing for Ohio? Okay. And I don't know what the numbers are, but you see the thumbs up on it is around 55,000 roughly. Okay. And by the comments, okay. This is just giving light to what dire consequence. All right, Babylon the Great Sin, and where this is going. They think January 6th happened. When they tried to overrun the Capitol. Okay, well, we're on the brink of a civil war here in Babylon the Great. Okay, and when I say that, we go to it straight to it. Let's pull this up. Salaki brothers, it's kind of slow. All right, yeah, Isaiah 19. Let's start from the top. It says, the burden of Egypt, behold, the Lord rideth upon the swift cloud. He shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. All right. And this is already setting in. All right. The things that were highly esteemed here in Babylon the Great is getting removed out of it. All right. And first things first is that might, all right, that mighty mountain, all right, is getting broken down, is collapsing in upon itself. All right. And I will set the Egyptian against the Egyptian, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. All right, and this is going to escalate fast. All right, what you're going to see is so-called white man, which is Esau, Edom. All right, go at each other's throats over this. All right, because it's looking like America has two presidents, so to speak. Okay, Trump got on there, taking shots at Creepy Joe. All right, and he said he got aid from FEMA to go help out the people in Ohio, and now it's all types of black swan events happening all around with these train wrecks. Okay, and that's not by mere coincidence. But going back to this question, right? A lot of these average everyday Joe Edomites, okay, they getting turned up. All right. because their hard-earned tax money is going to uh, let's see this right here, $500 million towards his war in East Europe to pay for their folks and nothing for the U.S. taxpayers in Ohio. Let's go, Brandon. And if you know what that means, okay, it goes into F Biden, okay, and this is how these people are seeing it, man. So just like I read in Isaiah 19, this is where we at, right? The Egyptians are getting ready to clash upon each other. January 6th, I think it was 2021, maybe. All right, let me see. I can't. I know it's January 6th. It's lucky. And now it's a thing called January 6th. That's what they calling it. All right, 2020, and now it's about to be on and popping. But in the middle of that, while that's going on, all right, people are gonna start seeing Esau for what he is. All right, this is Isaiah 47. Right, come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Take the millstone and grind meal, uncover the locks, make bare the legs, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers. Right? Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. So, all that you can see now in these other countries, far and wide, okay, worldwide, now they're seeing the dirty underside of Babylon the great whore. Okay, when you look at these other nations are getting ready to turn on this place. All right, just like Jeremiah says. All right, and the whole thing of Creepy Joe going over there giving Ukraine odd amounts of money instead of taking care of the problems at hand here in his own queendom. All right, it's going to make his fellow man turn on him or his constituents. Okay, whatever happened to white America? Okay, Creepy George flushing it all down the drain, and they all see what's going on. Okay. Let's see. It says, "As for our Redeemer, the Lord of hosts is his name, the Holy One of Israel, Yahweh Shai." Okay. "Sit thou silent and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called the Lady of Kingdoms." Right? So you're not going to be tender and delicate anymore. All right? It says, "I was wroth with my people. I have polluted my inheritance and given them into thine hand. Thou didst show them no mercy. Upon the ancient hast thou very heavily laid thy yoke." Right? So now it's your turn to drink from the cups. And let's get that, because that's where I want to stay with it. I want to stay on, you know, what's about to happen to this place. Okay? Isaiah 19:3 says, "And the spirit of Egypt shall fall in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof." Right? The government, it's not sound anymore. This place is, their own tongues are falling upon themselves. You got all manner of scandals, okay, everywhere in the U.S. government. All right. Going back to Isaiah 47, "And they shall seek to their idols, and to their charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits, and to the wizards, in which they do." Now, when you do inaugurations, when you do, they do seance, they do all manner of witchcraft. It's just, it's all recognizable now. All right, because it's out there on a major scale. You got Pete's Gate, you got the Aleister Crowley sex magic, you got you name it, they doing it. All right, they doing it, and they trying to get that left hand power to intervene and hold off the right hand from coming. All right, but it's not going to work. It says, "And the Egyptians will I give over into the land, into the hand of a cruel lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them," said the Lord of hosts. Okay, and that's Yahweh Shai coming back. Okay, let's get it in the NLT. It says, "And I will hand Egypt over to a hard, cruel master. A fierce king will rule them, says the Lord of heaven's army." All right, that's what Yahweh proclaimed, and that king is Yahweh Shai. All right, let's go here. Jeremiah, Salaki. Get this. It's going to get chaotic. Prophecy against Babylon. It says, "The word that the Lord spake against Babylon and against the land of the Chaldeans by Jeremiah the prophets." Jeremiah 50, and I'm gonna read down some. It says, Jeremiah 50:2, "Declare ye among the nations, and publish and set a standard. Publish and conceal not, say, Babylon is taken, Bel is confounded, Mordek is broken in pieces, her idols are confounded, her images are broken in pieces." That's talking about here, modern day Babylon. Okay, "For out of the north there come up a nation against her, which shall make her land desolate, and none shall dwell therein. They shall remove, they shall depart, both man and beast." So this is the final outcome after they have their little, you know, skirmish against each other in Isaiah 19. This is what the ultimate downfall is. All right, and this is biblically biblical prophecy coming to pass, and we're watching it as it happens, as it unfolds. Okay, through 19 Isaiah 47. Okay, Revelations 3. All right, that's how we see it. Okay, Revelations 3:18, "I counsel thee to buy of me gold tried in the fire, that thou mayest be rich, and white raiment, that thou mayest be clothed, and that the shame of thy nakedness do not appear, and anoint thine eyes with eye salve, that thou mightest see." And that's how we know what's coming. All right, because we believe in this truth wholeheartedly. All right. The knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of the scriptures, which has given us the timeline that we're seeing unfold in front of us. All right. Back here says this is World War III. Okay, getting ready to happen. In those days and in that time, said the Lord, the children of Israel shall come, they and the children of Judah together, going and weeping, they shall go and seek the Lord their power. And lo and behold, that's what we do out there on the highways and byways. Okay, sending up our prayers, being on the altar. Okay, to get away from this goddamn place, man. They shall ask the way to Zion with their faces thitherward, ward, saying, Come and let us join ourselves to the Lord in a perpetual covenant that shall not be forgotten. All right. And that's what we did. So we can get to this point right here. All right. Let's go ahead one. It says, Thus said the Lord, behold, Jeremiah 51:1. Thus said the Lord, behold, I will raise up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of them, that rise up against me, a destroying wind, and I will send on to Babylon fanners that shall fan her, and shall empty her land, for in the day of trouble they shall be against her round about. Against him that bendeth, let the archer bend his bow, right? And against him that lifteth himself up in his brigadine, okay, and spare ye not her young men, destroy ye utterly all her host, right? And this was going to happen to this place. It says, Don't let the archers put on their armor or draw their bows. Don't spare even her best soldiers. Let her army be completely destroyed. And that's what's going to happen, okay? It says 5:3, the Hebrew term used here refers to the complete consecration of things or people to the Lord, either by destroying them or by giving them as an offering. And that's what's about to happen here. All right. It says, Thus the slain shall fall in the land of Chaldeans, which is Babylon the Great, and they that are thrust through in her streets. All right. And mainly is going to be the wicked. Okay. Esau, Edom being that first piece of the pie that he wants to get at. Okay. Then 2/3 of our people, and then the heathens. All right. And this is definitely coming to pass, man. And these other nations, the nations are angry. Let's get that. I think it's in that verse too, in that chapter. Revelations 11 and 18. Let's grab that real quick. Let me go back. Slocky. I want that, but I want to find the one that I'm talking about. That's the one I want. 7. We'll go down. Flee out of the midst of Babylon, and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time of the Lord's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense, right? Pay her back. Babylon hath been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. And now she's drunk. Okay. All right. You got Creepy Joe stumbling around, you know, and you know what it says in Ecclesiastes 10. Let's grab that. Lucky. Ecclesiastes 10 and 2 says, as the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. And what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. So, okay. If Creepy Joe's bumbling and stumbling around and looking like he's out of his wits, so are the rest of the people in Babylon the Great. That's underneath his cabinet. All right. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. All right. And that's what Babylon did. That they gave strong drink to them. Okay. And then pointed the finger. Look how crazy they look. Now everybody's getting ready to do that to us. Taunton proverb. Let's get that real quick. Salaki brothers. It's Habakkuk 2 and 6. Salaki. Let's get it here. It says, shall not all these take up a parable against him in uh, a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increases that which is not his, how long? And to him that ladeth himself with the clay, right? So all this stuff is happening. America's at the top of its debt ceiling. All right. That's what that word clay goes into. Let's get it. It's funny how people don't understand what's going on when you got the prophets out there on the highways and the byways telling you how it's going. Okay. When you look up that word thick clay, let's look at that. Heavy debts. Weight of pledges, heavy debts.
Strong's H 5671. Avtit. Avtit.
It's a batya. Okay. That's the Hebrew way of saying it. This is the Yiddish way of saying it. Okay. But it's abatyat, I believe. And so what perfect timing. All right. When you look at the time through the scriptures, right? It says, shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increases that which is not his, how long, and to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. So the time is now for what? The destruction to come. All right, for for his own people to turn on them. Okay, when you go to Job, it says that his own counsel shall cast them down. All right, so we at the end, man. All right, we can see the end of the road coming fast. Okay, the tell of the tape. Let's see. I want to get that in Job. That's what I want. Uh, Sabaki brothers. What was it in Job? It was Psalm 64 and 8. It says, so they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. Okay, and that's what these other nations are going to do. Since the government isn't congealed together, it's not making any sense to any of them. All right, to any of those people that's going to make this place a proverb. All right, they're going to move away from being allies with this place. All right, because why? So these missiles can fly, man. And see Psalm 64 and 6, they search out iniquities, they accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them, and the heart is deep, right? And that goes back to them, laying a snare privily, but then they're going to fall into it themselves, okay? In two type of ways, setting up the children of Israel. They're about to get themselves put in the noose. All right, that's number one, and then hurting the earth. All right, let's get that back again, because that's the ultimate end. Also, okay. It says 64 and 7, but God shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. So they shall make their own tongues to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away, and all men shall fear and shall declare the work of God. For they shall wisely consider of his doings. All right, the righteous shall be glad in the Lord and shall trust in him, and all the upright in heart shall glory. And that's talking about the children of Israel. Okay. And all men, after seeing the destruction that's going to come upon this place, they're going to remember not to be like these so-called white people ever again. Okay, let's go back. Psalms 58. All right. Read this. So they cheat, they lie, they steal, get ahead. They do all this wickedness behind your back, right? And these other nations, they're gonna remember this. They're gonna remember never to be like this, man, because they're seeing the outcome of it right now. It says, "Yea, in heart ye work wickedness, ye weigh the violence of your hands in the earth." What? Setting booby traps, uh, doing things, you know, behind the scene, gradually sneaking around, okay, throwing rocks and then hiding your hands, okay. The wicked are estranged from the womb; they go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. Their poison is like the poison of a serpent; they are like the deaf adder that stoppeth her ear. All right. So they never see what they're doing. They don't pay attention. It's they always justify. Let's get that NLT. They spit venom like deadly snakes. They are like cobras that refuse to listen. All right. So yeah, they do one thing to you, but you can't do it back to them. Okay, they're not listening when you're saying that what they're doing is wrong. Okay, which will not hearken to the voice of charmers, charming never so wisely. Break their teeth, O power. In their mouth break out the great teeth of the young lions, O Lord. Okay, so stop their military might. Okay, let them melt away as waters which run continually. When he bendeth his bow to shoot his arrows, let them be cut in pieces. And hey, that don't say it all right there. The missile's gonna fall, man. May they disappear like water into thirsty ground. Make their weapons useless in their hands. Okay, that's how he's gonna destroy them. He's gonna destroy them with that nuclear weapon. All right. Let's get this, and then I'm gonna close it out. They didn't hurt the earth in many ways, man. I just had it too. I don't know where I lost it at in the shuffle. Slocky Brothers. I had it pulled up. I think I'm wording it wrong. These sums. Let me go back here. That's the quickest way to find it. Bear with me, brothers. Let's see. This is it, Revelation 11 and 18. Salaki, brothers. It's, and the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come in the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants the prophets, and to the saints, and them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroyeth the earth. That's what I was trying to remember, destroy the earth. All right, so that's exactly what's going to come to them, man, for their unrighteous dealings, man. And like I said, we been given the eye salve to see. All right, through the times of the biblical prophecies. All right, because right around this time, the economy is about to crash, so it's not too far off from their end coming. All right, like I stated in Isaiah 19. All right, from that redacted right here. All right, this is the straw that's breaking the camel's back right here. Creepy Joe is giving away money, but he can't take care of his own people. So that's gonna bring down America another notch, so to speak. American pride is still there, but it's gonna turn. It's going to fall upon their own self. They're gonna fall upon their own sword, man. Okay, and that's Esau's motive, anyways. Operation motif. All right, Morandan. I think that's what it's called. But yeah, that's exactly what's gonna happen. They're gonna turn and go against their own government when they see the government don't no longer care about them, and that's what's happening over there in Ohio. But yeah, I just wanted to bring that out real quick, man. It's easy to see what's going on. All right. So with that, I want to say all praises due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash, and double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom, Abba Ball,